Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Shadowverse video. This video is going to be based on the Grand Prix that's going on right now, as you guys did enjoy that kind of content before. This is the second Birthday Cup Grand Prix, so it's a little bit different. It's a Take-Two format, but it's unlimited Take-Two, and every card you get is animated, so that's really cool. And also the ratios of golden and legendary cards is a lot higher than regular Take-Two. So the really interesting format, it's really fun, and I really enjoy playing this Grand Prix. So basically in this video what I'm going to do is go over my draft, so you guys can get a little bit of insight of me picking my drafts, and then if I get a 4-1 or 5-0 run, then I'll show the replays for you guys to watch, as well as some commentary on top of it. I won't have the gameplay where I'm the live gameplay, because the video will be way too long if I do that, so the replays are quicker, so I'm just going to go with that. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below, so I can make more Grand Prix Take-Two videos while the Take-Two's still up. So yeah, that's it guys, thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification so you know when new videos are up. Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. As always guys, I appreciate the support and thank you so much for watching my video. Alright, ooh, these options are quite interesting because Dragoncraft is really good. But so is Swordcraft. I got a 5-0 run in the past with Swordcraft, and I got a 4-1 run with Dragoncraft. I don't think Blood is as good, so it's between Sword or Dragon. Dragon is good because if you find your ramp, you have really good value endgame cards. But Sword also just has a lot of good cards because you got a lot of rushes. I'm going to take the Swordcraft this time, because it did in the past do better for me. I got 5-0 compared to a 4-1. Bahamut Confront Adversity. Confront Adversity is kind of meh, but Bahamut's really good, and I think that Bahamut's just a better pick overall than Ninja Master or Osos Knight, so we'll go for that. Ooh, these are really good picks as well. Leonidas, super good value card in Take-Two, but Sky Fortress is insane in Take-Two, and same as Alwida's Command, so we gotta go for that. Just two good picks over one good pick. Again, very good options. Alwida's Novice Trooper, I think, is slightly better than a Dance of Death. Romeo's not as good as Novice Trooper in my opinion, so we'll go for the right pick. Vagabond's Throg's kind of meh. Old Man, Old Woman's kind of meh. So we could take the decent 2 drops here, and the whole Sword Swing is also really good. Val's really good. Novice Trooper really good. Just pick there. Tsubaki's a really good card as well because there's a lot of high power followers in this format. But Geno's very powerful card. I think that's a slightly better because you get 2 good cards over the Tsubaki, which is 1 good card. Barbossa, very powerful because it's like infinite value. But Ninja Master's kind of meh. Frank Guard General, very solid. Albert, very good. So we'll take the right. Olivia, just insane in Take-Two. Although these are really good early drops. Arthurian Light kind of sucks, but Olivia just so much value that I think I have to take it. And their Sky Fortress could be really powerful. These are also 2 very good cards. Wow. This is a really close pick. Do I think I should be able to get followers to stick from a Sky Fortress? I think I'll take that. Also, I get a 2-drop, which I might want. Oh. These picks are actually just insane. Prince of Darkness is kind of actually underwhelming. We got a lot of Novice Troopers already. Assassination Jutsu is also actually pretty good, just having hard removals like that. Luminous Mage is also very good. Lancer Tempest, I take that. So basically on a curve so far, what do we want? We have a pretty decent curve. We're kind of heavy. We don't really need much more late game. Maybe Arthur, don't really have 2 drops. Fangblazer is good. Flow Fencer is really good. It's a strong Evo on 4. Vagabond Frogs, not that great. But the Flow Fencer Evolve is actually really good. I think I'll take that just because I want to fill up my mid game a little bit more. Take the Flow Fencer and Veteran Lancer. My last picks here, underwhelming. I guess we'll just take another 2-drop. Noble Knight's not that good. Arthurian Light's not that good. So yeah. So this is our deck. I think this deck could go 4-1. At least 4-1, maybe 5-0. I expect this run to be really good though. Alright, so I actually hit 4-1 with this deck, as you can see. Still the same deck that we drafted earlier. Went 4-1 as we predicted. And yeah, so let's go over the replays of the games now. So the first matchup was a Sword Mirror. I believe we're going second here. Going second kind of sucks because, especially in the Sword Mirror, you want to be the first to act because you get to play cards like Sky Fortress first, which is really important. Which you will see later on how important it is. The hand I opened up with is actually quite good. I have double Veteran Lancers to curve into Flare Fencers, so I think that I have a really good opening. My opponent did have Chromatic Duel, so it kind of sucks because Chromatic Duel, of course, very powerful card. He missed his turn 3, so at this point I'm like, oh, I'm really far ahead. I decided to push face instead of trading because I know he's going queen me anyways. Might as well get this damage in while I can because getting the value trade doesn't really matter in this situation. Okay, so here I go for the swing and the knights over my Flower Fencer, and I use an evil point here. The reason behind this is because the evolved Faller I'm making this turn plus the Sword Swing is more efficient compared to Flower Fencer. Because Flower Fencer could kill something bigger. My swing was otherwise I'm evolving my Fencer to kill a 1 health Faller when it's not really efficient. It could kill something with 4 health. So that's why I saved the Fencer for 1 more turn, because I think that on my follow-up turn, my turn 5, I need a better play than just Sword Swing and also Snipe. So I reversed the order there, which did turn out to be a bit better. I got greedy on this trade here because I feel like I could deal with this this Monica on my following turn, but he had cancel off the card knights and basically overtook the board. Got a really strong board, and this Monica ended up getting a lot of damage in on me. Turn 6 here, bricked on my draw, forced to play my Lancer of the Tempest, get some trades in. Once again, I'm not respecting the Monica because I'm hoping that I could just deal with it, or he has to trade his follower into it. Basically, this double Chromatic Duel put him so much value because he went first, but because he got all these additional rushes, he's able to keep control of the board. And I'm forced to go Front Guard General here, otherwise I'd be taking too much damage if I just went for the Floral Fencer. So I'm hoping that this ward will protect me. I won't take too much damage, and he can't get through both parts of my knight so that I can Sky Fortress next turn. But unfortunately, he has Sky Fortress first, of course. Like I was saying, going first has the advantage here. So he's able to deal with my board. I can't Sky Fortress anything, and I'm just so far behind that this game's pretty much over. We're not dead this turn, but basically so far ahead on life. He's got the board, he's getting value on the Spartacus, and we got nothing in our hand. If we had like maybe one more turn, we could play Bahamut and try to climb back, but even then it's like there's no way we could win because we're so low on life. Something just like Albert would kill me. I should have taken the Holy Bomb to kill his Spartacus, but it didn't really matter at this point. But you kill the Spartacus because you're taking 4 damage off the board. Same, your board stays the same, except that he's drawing 2 extra cards, so you always kill the Spartacus there. So moving on to the next game, we're queued up into another Swordcraft mirror. However, as you can see, we're going first, so we're happy about that. We won the coin flip in the beginning. This hand is actually really good if we're going first because Veteran Lancer is just solid 2-drop. Veteran Lancer on 3 is also just fine to have, just playing another 2-2. But the main thing is that we're curving into Geno on 4, and Geno is able to deal with whatever my opponent plays under turn 3 while sticking on the board, and not having to use an evil point. So my curve is very strong here. Pick up a Novice Trooper as well, which it's even better, it just makes I'm more play point efficient. No point trading into this Princess Vanguard because it can't get buffed since it's a commander. All the buffs on 3 buffs officers, not commanders, so I had no threat of it taking value trade on my 2-2, so I was able to go face with no punish. And as you can see there, that Geno gained really good value. So Florus Fencer, probably the best play he could have had here. Fortunately, we draw our Floral Fencer, so we can fight back right onto the board. And here I want to make trading a bit awkward for him, so I take the value trade onto his Knight. That way he can't just get 2 good trades with the Knight and the Heavy Knight. Not Heavy Knight, Stoneclad Knight. White Paladin here, very annoying, especially on this board. He even has the Shield of Flame, so he could just make it so that these Shield Knights just get in the way of everything. Had to take command of a weak turn. The Alwida's command was a good draw. I feel like there was no point in using my evil here, so I hold on to the evil. I don't want to be out of evil points with him having 1 more left, with him having the initiative on the board. And since his board's not too threatening, I didn't even need to. This turn is actually very important because how do we pause here? This turn is actually very important because the Arthurian Knight is coming out the turn I want to play my Sky Fortress, and because Arthurian Light summons me a Knight on the beginning of my turn, it guarantees my Sky Fortress is going to pop off next turn. So this turn I had to make sure that it was playing the Arthurian Knight. Don't get a full board clear, but it's fine. I deal with this Gawain, and I know that my turn 8 probably going to be good. He has a Council of the Card Knight, so it makes my Sky Fortress really awkward because of the Bane. So this turn I decide not to go for the Sky Fortress. Instead, I get a decent board trades. I leave up some damage on the board, but it sets up my turn 9 a little bit better than going for the Sky Fortress. Because Sky Fortress doesn't do much for me, and he just kills my board with the Bane. This turn was very weak for him. He just played Support Cannon, not really adding more pressure onto the board. Decide I want to wait on the Fortress yet again, just because I pick up the Front Guard General, which is better into this board, in my opinion, because I'm trading my board anyways. I'm not getting face damage, so my Sky Fortress isn't very effective. Again, another weak turn for him. Maybe he should use his Evil on his Bane so that he could kill my Front Guard General, but he ends up taking a ton of damage here. Trading to his Bane, of course. And he hasn't shown that he had any commanders for his Support Cannon. So the Support Cannon just didn't do anything this game. He pretty much wasted, what is it, like 2 or 3 turns at the end game, which is pretty much how I won this game. As you can see, we have lethal here because of the... what is this card called? The Merchant. Top deck the lethal anyways, but... Game 3 is against a Haven. Sky Fortress considerable because we're going second. We have a 2-3 curve. Decided to throw it away though. Try to find a better mid game. So our starting hand is pretty decent here. We got the Variant Lancer. We have a 2. We got a 3 drop. Don't have anything quite yet for turn 4 play. Especially because I'm going evil first. I would want to pick up something like a Floral Fencer. Just pick up the Merchant, but I decided to go for the Novice Trooper instead this turn because I get to evo next turn anyways, so I get better stats than my evo if I decide to evolve. Here he kind of has like a pretty nice turn, gets to develop a lot. But I get to have a decent remove on this board. Have to leave the Tortoise up, but I don't mind leaving the Tortoise up. I got rid of 2 followers and didn't have to commit anything, didn't even have to use an evil point. I was surprised he went for the Black Diamond here actually, because he's starting to run out of resources, and the Black Diamond's not really doing much. We're both at 20. This evil play really indicated to me that he wants his Tortoise to survive because he's got garbage in his hand. Otherwise, he wouldn't evolve it to try to make that follower stick or at least gain advantage on the board. So I was able to comfortably trade into that, knowing that my turn 6 Alwidas could make up for my turn 5. And here I bet he wished he picked the White Diamond because he does 2 damage to me, he was nothing. And he just passes his turn 7. And since he passes turn 7, I get to play my Merchant. and push a lot of damage, especially because I drew the Dark Angel Olivia. This basically means that I could evolve the next 2 turns without any punishment, because it goes right into my turn 9 where I refresh all my evo points back. He gets the 1 in 3 Tribunal, which was kind of unlucky, but doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We're so far ahead, like missing his turn 7 was a huge deal. And here he's just dead after the Celia top deck. Didn't even need to get into my Olivia, but I had Olivia into Bahamut. There's like no way that Haven was going to win from that. Maybe if he had Aegis, because he's out evo points, but even the Aegis can't deal with the Bahamut, so. Except we're playing against a Shadowcraft. Not a good opening hand, so we decided to muck all of these. Pick up not even a better hand. Like, we have a good mid game. Like, Geno into Flower Fencer is a good turn of 4 or 5, but we need something to play on turn 2 or 3 ideally. As you see, we miss out on the turn 2, so I'm feeling kind of bad at this point. Like, I'm behind. We went first and we're behind on board. Pick up the Veteran Lancer, 1 turn too late, but it's better than nothing here. So this at least leads into our Geno Flower Fencers in the next 2 turns. He has a pretty good curve here, developing quite a bit of early game pressure. Thankfully, we have Geno. If we didn't have Geno here, we would have taken so much early game damage. His turn 4 is really meh. Hell's Unleasher, he's using the Evo on it to make a 4-4, which plays really well into my Flare Fencer. But that was his best play, I assume, for his turn 4. So we get to Flare Fencer on 5, we get and we get a value trade. It's really good for us. At this point, I'm trying to figure out how I want to set up my turns leading to my Sky Fortress. Like the other game against Sword, I want my Arthurian Light developed for, on turn 7 for Sky Fortress. So that's why I go for the Novice Trooper here, because first of all, I don't need to swing this 2-2. It's not doing much on the board, or he'll trade it in for me. And also on my turn 7, I want to curve my Arthurian Light with my whole sword swing, so that way, first of all, it's more playpoint efficient. I get to develop my Arthurian Light while still being able to fight against the board. However, here actually, this Confront Adversity was so good that I couldn't pass it up, so I decided to pass up on the Arthurian Light for a turn and just go for this, which is fine because I know my opponent shouldn't be able to deal with this board while still developing. So my Sky Fortress should be fine, or if he uses his whole turn clear and I could just play Arthurian Light, that's fine. I don't trade here because I want my Sky Fortress to kill him instead of trading to 6-6. My Sky Fortress is protected by 2 wards, so it's very hard for him to get through my entire board and kill me. If he's able to deal with my Sky Fortress, I had Olivia to evolve something to get that damage in. So final game of the run, the final boss. 3-1 right now, trying to get that 4-1. See the Celia, solid. At least it's just a 2-drop to play. Not expecting much more from it, but ends up being pretty good in this match. Get the Veteran Lancer, so that means I get to hold the Celia and possibly get to use her for an enhance on 5. Because we're going first, so like we can't play. It's a little inefficient to play Floral Fencer on 5, so it's a bit better to go Celia on 5 and we get about the same kind of board and not having to commit evil point. Play the Stella here. I'm kind of forced to remove this. I don't want to, like I'd rather just go face, but I feel like he might get too much value off of the Stella, so I decided to trade into it. He passes his turn 3, which is great, obviously. Like, passing the turn in Shadowverse is really bad. So, I drew the Novice Trooper, which means I don't have to just tempo out of Floral Fencer, and I get to push 2 damage immediately. And it ends up being 4 damage here, because he can't deal with it. So I decided to go for the Celia over the Floral Fencer Evolve, because this way I get a ward, and then I get to evolve my Novice Trooper, so I'm pushing more damage, and I'm also protecting it under the Shield Guardian, so it's harder for my opponent to deal with. Because at 5 play points, he doesn't really have the flexibility to get through all my follower threats. So at this point, I'm wrecking this guy. As you'll see in this upcoming turn, I misplay terribly, which could have cost me the game, honestly. So here, like, I really should have played against Master Mage Levi. For some reason, I didn't. I just kind of, like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, this game's a free roll. But I should have evolved one of my 2 health followers to play around the Levi, because Levi's kills my 3 followers, evolves consumed to my Celia. So if I had evolved a 1-2, he can only kill 1 other follower, and then I still have 2 damage on the board to kill him. And because I'm out of evil points now, I can't really deal with this Levi very nicely. So huge mistake on my point. I was kind of tilted about it, because as soon as I evolved Celia, I thought about Levi. For a second I forgot about him, but yeah. Pretty rough, because he's able to deal with this Frankguard General quite nicely. My turn 8's looking really bad here, because I don't have the don't have a good play. But I top deck my 3rd Novice Trooper and never punished to get that 4-1. But this game could have easily ended on the turn 7 there if we paid a little bit more attention.
望んでも叶わない明日があると